coming back. I think since I'm sitting in a corner and I'm a vet, that vet corner may be the name we use moving forward. If you come up with a more exciting name, we're still open to the naming of our program, as it were. So here we are in the corner talking to a vet at Vet Corner. Thank you guys, first of all. We got lots of good questions, lots of feedback. We appreciate that. One of the questions that came up was about thunderstorms and nervous dogs and loud noises. We've got a holiday coming up soon, not necessarily a big firework holiday, but maybe loud parties or things going off that irritate your pet. So we decided we'd talk about that today. We also got lots of questions about ear issues and allergies, and tune in next week. We're going to take some time to answer questions about those things. So if you have other allergy questions, go ahead and put those in the comments and we'll add those to next time. So thanks for the questions, and that's what we'll be talking about. So let's get started. Big thing with loud noises in animals. So dogs in general are pack animals, okay? Easy for me to say, right? So they tend to look at other animals around them, and in this case, if it's you and your family, you're the pack. So they look to you if you're calm and comfortable during a thunderstorm, during a time when there's loud noises, gunshots, fireworks. Most of the time, if you're relaxed and you're treating them normal, they'll be fairly relaxed. Sometimes that's not enough, and we understand that. And that's why there's other products out there. If you haven't tried some simple things like Thunder shirts, they give a feeling of like swaddling for a young child. They fit tight and they make them feel comfortable. Not 100%. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you haven't tried a product like that, that might be a place to start for something simple that may help your pet. Another thing is a product called Adaptil, and Adaptil makes calming collars. They don't require a prescription to get. Again, it's hit or miss on how well they work, but that would be something to try at home. Also, along those same lines, there are different supplements that could be helpful. I know I've used things like melatonin or Benadryl. I really ask that you talk to your veterinarian before you use products like that, but those are some simple over-the-counter things that could also help. Moving on, making sure your pet has an area that they feel safe. Pets that are used to being kenneled oftentimes go back to their kennel, so be sure that's available and easy to get to. As far as other types of behavior, if they're not destroying your home, if they're not harming themselves, if they're just hiding under the bed, sometimes that's okay. If they are harming themselves or destroying your home, it may be worth seeking out a veterinarian to do an evaluation. And sometimes pets like that require prescription medication, and there's multiple different ones that can be used. But those are things that we don't want to decide over Facebook. That's something you want to talk to a veterinarian about. One more sort of odd thing to try. So we've talked about over-the-counter products. We've talked about making sure they have a safe place that they can go and feel protected. We've talked about how you need to act as part of the pack. And we've also mentioned that there are prescription drugs. A very odd thing that I've had one client try recently, over an entire year, they desensitized their pet to noise. And what they did was they used an app like Spotify, Apple iTunes, whatever you like to use, and they played a noise of a thunderstorm at a low volume when their pet was sleeping. If their pet laid down and was comfortable with it, they left it at that volume. If it was too loud, they'd turn it down a little bit, and they'd play that all night. Over time, they would increase the volume more and more. And the last time I saw these folks, their pet, they were actually able to play thunderstorms at loud noises all night, and now their dog doesn't seem to be afraid of those noises. They've been desensitized to them. That's part of just Psych 101. It's an odd thing. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time, and it may not be right for your pet. But hopefully this gives you guys some ideas. If these are all things you've already done, seeking veterinary care for maybe a prescription product may be the last step. So if this sparks other questions, place them in the comments. And like I said, next week will be allergy and ear week. And please post your comments or your questions in the comments. And I appreciate you guys joining us. Thanks.